Today, we're going to talk about you're the CEO of hna.live.
Hmm.
And if I butcher that, I am so sorry, but I don't think I am. Well, you guys are focusing on AI specifically in the real estate and the manufacturing industry.
Yes, sir.
How did you get to become the CEO of hna live?
Yeah. So initially, I was very big into technology, engineering technology. Did a bunch of construction management, real estate, and things like that. This turned into CAD design, and eventually we got into architecting geospatial GIS software for the United States. Once this happened, HNA Lab was founded in 2018, and we kept advancing, kept improving of this software for GIS. It needed its industry, and it somewhat monolithed into real estate as well as manufacturing, with a lot of AI involved as well.
Uh, are you like a math nerd as a history? Like, are you?
Mhm. I'm a
You know,
graphic design engineer, computer scientist, you could say. Those are
did
my
you ever?
specialties.
Yeah,
Everything else with involved my team. But yeah, I'm tech heavy, that's for sure.
no doubt. I guess why that? Like, so I know you did some projects, but like, there's a lot of places when you start AI in manufacturing real estate. So, is it because it's your background as you described, or is it just is there some kind of overlap? Just so I can understand maybe how you're taking the same maybe type models and applying them across two completely different industries.
Yeah, so when you look at manufacturing, there's a lot of variables, but the size of manufacturing plants are somewhat small if you're comparing it to counties, cities, and such. If you look at real estate, selling districts, selling regions, you're basically segmenting by town. How many variables? A little less than manufacturing. Now, this GIS software, which we developed in the beginning, right? This was for civic work, plan development, much higher variables and locations and distance involved. So it's somewhat the same thing, the same method, but the best part is it goes from large amounts of variables within small areas, medium, and then our vision in the long run is, in fact, statewide regions, you could say, which service publicly.
So, who's your like ideal customer at the moment?
Yeah, our ideal customers for real estate would be real estate agents within residential, as well as agencies and brokerage firms, manufacturing, large manufacturing plants that usually typically operate over 100 plants at once. So the more manufacturing plants that are operating and active, the better due diligence data transformation we can offer and provide continuously.
So, walk me through the part of any like kind of pitch is like, what was the old? Why would a real estate agent use you today?
Mhm.
What are you replacing for them? Like, what's their lift? Like, what do they have to do? What's the benefit to them for specifically?
Well, first of all, we chart we provide uncharted big data for real estate. Uncharted as in not MLS. Anything which is involved, which no one has, you know, spent their time collecting, our computer vision goes out and grabs it to then comparatively analyze throughout the whole United States. So that's our niche when it comes to that. A lot of digital presence. We want to make every single real estate agent super community friendly and basically just be supplied with the top competitive advantage.
So, they don't have that. Like, they don't have access to that at all, or they do, or it's too manual. I guess is
Yeah,
what.
it's intertwined with their working data, you could say. It's not all data pulled in and interfaced into a very AI friendly way, which can give you tours and favoritism attributes about the area.
What are you most concerned about then in that area for real estate, as far as how AI is being applied? Then,
What I'm most concerned about when it
yeah,
comes to AI being applied.
yeah. So when you look at AI models, right, a lot of things can go wrong and they can go right. What would be your biggest concern in the real estate maybe market
Mhm.
of leveraging AI? Maybe unintentionally, but models that aren't explainable or
Yeah.
transparent can.
No, what I'm concerned about, I guess, would be AI being something that is so much of a tool which people don't consider human opinion as well. So everyone has their opinion, but AI can't get it can get exceptionally close if it does have, the right amount of data to understand you. But in the grand scheme of things, we choose when we choose, and sometimes AI does not fit that. So if we rely purely on AI without anything, if we rely on automation purely, there's really no human traffic. There's no human uniqueness to it. So that's when things somewhat get cookie cutter.
Anyway, and on the manufacturing side, who would be kind of the ideal customer, and what's the use case, I guess, that brings it home for you?
Yeah, so well, for manufacturing, this would be, like I said, large corporate manufacturing corporations, manufacturing plants. So the value proposition here is to provide every single bit of data that contributes to increasing and creating higher efficiency for bottom line and yield. So a lot of the times it takes so long of a time to analyze this spread like sheet form data. We're trying to eliminate that process and become a CIO boosted assistant with AI involved and machine learning, as well as experts in the back end always monitoring as well.
The kind of the top three things we should know, and in your opinion, just about AI in general.
Yeah. So number one would definitely be that it's getting normal. It's getting normalized. It should be normalized, and it's very, very progressive when it comes to making mindless decisions. That's for sure. We need our time saved. Number two would be most definitely the emphasis on visual intelligent backed based learning and modeling with AI involved. So that's somewhat hna.live's niche, not to be biased here.
I dive into that a little bit more on your second point, right? Why is that your niche, and like, which means you're putting an investment, you're really kind of finding success there. Maybe talk through a little bit on the details of that.
We have all of this technology, but we also have not enough tools and beneficial technology applications for business to business servicing, which is what we're trying to do, is make all of this big data that's comprehensible super, super fun to actually digest and understand. And it's in real time, so it changes and you don't have to go back and change it. So basically having something that could help you as an assistant while not touching anything, as well as appealing to any single learner, which they can digest so quick. That's the plan, and that's the goal for everything here. Try to make things as quick, effective, and better as we can. The third would be AI actually does save lives. So any preventative safety measures, which we are implementing and integrating right now when it comes to artificial intelligence, it should be first all the safety precautionaries.